before we get into the video, let's just take a quick rundown of the weapon that I was using. I went with the SRSA-1, the TA-31H scope, semi-auto only. Extended magazine was a must. Foregrip, I went with the version 4 to increase handling over accuracy. Went with long barrel and kept a stock muzzle. And I did go for that wolf skin camo. Really set this gun alive. And for me personally, if you are planning on taking on the Predator, you can take the Predator on with absolutely any gun you want. But if you are planning on taking him out with a sniper rifle, I would stray away from the semi-automatics. I would assume that they are 2-shot before he disappears. And as you can see here, right from the start, I know where he's going to come in, so I can get an early shot off on him. So he was one on top of that hill there, got an early shot on him. This was about my 5th attempt when trying to do this. And for me, I'd say, you know, a lot of people have said hug a tree and like stick to the tree and stick around the tree or whatever. Be out in the open is was my technique. I would be out in the open so that I could see him from all angles. Make sure I had a quite, you know, as much of a level playing area as possible, because when the heights come in, that's when he starts chucking the blades, and those blades they just one-shot you as well. So it does get tense towards the end, but at the start here, I'm just trying to scope him out, find out what's going on. And because it was broad daylight for me, initially when I first started, it was pitch black, and I was trying to use the thermal. It wasn't really working out. I was getting a bit confused and stuff. Now, I could make this more immersive than I did. I have taken out everything that I've done in this game. I play with the hood on. It's just a preference. I like to see where I'm going. But I could get immersive with this, and I could certainly try and take him on immersively if people want to see that. I will also do it with a different weapon, so you guys have got a couple of options. I might do it with the semi-auto, see what happens when I try and do that. But the SRSA-1 to me was the perfect weapon. I needed a bolt-action rifle that, you know, can pack a punch, but not be big and hefty. Like the HTI, that probably would have been bad news. I don't think it would have been worth me lugging around a HTI trying to pop a shot off with a TARS 101 scope. It's just not gonna happen. So for me, this was the perfect option. The reload speed, I tried to keep the reload speed. I believe that's what the handling does, but you know, it's neither here nor there really when it comes to this game. You don't need to worry about trying to like aim for the head or anything like that. Honestly, the power of the weapon itself will suffice. One shot, you can shoot him in the toe, and it would vanish again. So just try and, you know, be accurate. Take your time as well. You have more time than you think you do. You know, I try and rush shots a lot, and it just kind of baffles me a little bit. But this was amazing. I loved this edition from Ubisoft. I mean, I did LTO, but I didn't do a video on it. I was part of Hakimika's live stream though, and that is where, just a prime example of where the ACOG scope comes in, because the ACOG scope gives you the perfect range. Because this is actually more of a close quarters environment than you think it is. The sight lines are long, but because he's only ever really, you know, 150 meters from you. Not even that. He's less. He's probably like 70 plus meters from you, you know, at all times. So you don't really need a scope that can see, you know, past 100 meters. That's why I recommend the ACOG straight away. But third-person sniping will just keep you on your toes, and then only zoom in if you can't quite make him out, or if you can't quite get a clear shot. Zoom in. Don't be afraid. Just be quick on that R3 button. Don't be afraid to shoot him whilst he's invisible as well, because those hits do count. It took me a while to like establish that, but see, look right there, I couldn't quite make him out. Just wanted to make sure that I got it on him. I try and keep my group close to me as well, like around this rock. Just gives the Predator some different options whilst I get the sight lines. And I'm playing quite out in the open. It's really, when it gets towards the end of the battle, that's when it really starts to heat up. We're about halfway through now, maybe. Where it just gets more and more hectic, like as it goes on. It was just brilliant though, especially the build up to it. It was just it was so intense, and it was definitely something that, you know, I've not fallen out of love with Ghost Recon at all, and Ghost War has been great. I've been live streaming that massively. I don't know how I missed that shot. Somebody in the comments tell me why. But yeah, no, I don't know why I haven't made YouTube videos, to be fair. I've been really lazy, and I've had university-led lines, but now that they're finished, and over Christmas I'm planning on bringing you in-depth with the sniper rifles as much as possible. I know a lot of people play sniper on Ghost War, but that's different to having an understanding and a knowledge of the snipers within, you know, all realms, the campaign, Fallen Ghosts, and Narco Road. But I will try and bring you, and it'll only be like the named sniper rifles, you know. If you're looking at the HTI, it'll be the Desert Tech HTI, or it'll be the Muddy Bones, or, you know, it'll just be the versions of it. I might just cover the BFG for the sake of covering the BFG, although I believe there is actually a named version of the BFG as well. Well, yeah, you know, I'll be bringing you those sorts of things all the way over Christmas, and I think that's going to be a great way for me to get back into the YouTube thing. Now, right there, I thought I dodged it. And I was like, oh, I've conceded a death there. Because I've only got 3 deaths, and I shall die horribly and have to go again. Now, you'll always be allowed to get back up, but you can also take a bullet there at the start as well. You can take up to 2 bullets. Well, I've taken 2 bullets once after being revived straight away, but just got to keep on your toes. And it gets to a point where I actually kind of realise that there's a better area of this rock. If I go to the right part of this rock, like just behind me, I see. If I'd have just dropped back behind that rock, I'd have been absolutely fine. But he got me there, and I thought, wow, I've conceded 2 deaths in a really short space of time. And it's getting to that crucial moment now where he's just attacking us every single time. So I could take a bullet there, sets it up. And I just thought, at this point, this is where you might want to come off the rock and just play the circumference of it instead. Just play that outer rim, because use your team as a distraction. It's definitely something I always recommend. And I do need to do this again anyway, because I need to. I want to get the tattoo, which I have to do with teammates. So now this bit caught me off guard a bit, because I was like, oh, he's throwing those blades, and those blades have got me every single time. So I thought about getting the ammo, and I thought, no, this is just not the time to get ammo.
Hang tight, I'm heading your way.
And there we have it. We slayed the Predator with a sniper rifle. A lot of people have recommended doing this with LMGs, you know, assault rifles with like 65 round mags in and stuff. I didn't read the top left. It told me to escape the area, and I left it right until the last second. I couldn't have left it any later, really. And I just got out the circle. Just managed to make it. All my teammates went down there, but it was absolutely insane. I loved doing this so much, and I definitely am going to be doing it again at some point. I think we're going to be live streaming it on Monday. We'll see how we get on, but I absolutely loved doing this. This was absolutely brilliant. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. There's more Ghost Recon videos coming very, very soon, and we'll be bringing you more sniper analysis from Ghost Recon very, very soon. Peace.